give all undergoing praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakudash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, pushing this word out across the four corners of the world. The lesson we get into tonight is a time of war. All right, you got it, bro.
All right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time.
And that's everything going into human life, animal life, plant life, and most importantly, kingdoms. Kingdoms. That's the focal point. Kingdoms. Go ahead, bro.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven. Skip down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Right. And this is the time frame we are approaching. You know, evil times. And when you go into that term evil, it means bad times, right? Because in order for Yahushua to take his kingdom, he literally has to take his kingdom, right? So Esau, beginning with their nobility, their so-called aristocrats, which means their best rule, they know. They understand what's happening. Because remember, through the spirit and will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we have reached the gates of their nobles, right? So war has been declared in the spirit. Whether you receive it or not, we are literally at war. And right now we're going back and forth in the spirit, back and forth, and then soon, then later, it's going to manifest in the flesh. Y'all want to
got a precept. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 6, starting at verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right, yeah, the wiles of the devil. In the Greek, that's going into the craftiness of Satan. Now remember, Satan goes into Shaitan. This is all spiritual, man. Goes into Shaitan, which means the adversary. And so the wiles meaning his craftiness. So ultimately, Satan's game plan is to put you against you, to break you from a spiritual standpoint. Because this is spiritual fucking psychological warfare, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, verse 12.
That's what we're saying, 2 Corinthians 2:11. You know, let's say get advantage of us. You're not ignorant of his devices.
That's right.
Once you go to devices, goes into like his evil purpose. What's his overall evil purpose? To establish his NWO.
That's right.
You know, his enterprise, you know.
Verse 12 in Ephesians chapter 6. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Hey, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. I don't know if y'all bros have watched this, but you had a former cop who was a Mason. And he basically said that he had reached the level of a 33rd degree Mason. And he said that those, the Rothschilds basically commune with Satan. Meaning Satan literally comes from the spiritual realm and sits at a table and inspires them to attain the NWO, man. This is the reason why these niggas are so crafty, because they get left-hand information from the spiritual being Satan. Right? Go ahead, bro.
That's why they have an advantage on these other nations.
That's it.
You know, when it comes to economy. Because this man's economy is so goddamn complicated that you can't understand it. You know? But he's able to have the world to function, you know, off this complex economy, because this man is aided on the left-hand side. He hasn't indebted everybody through a company. These nations have gotten rich and in debt at the same time.
That's right. That's right.
Like, this nigga is extremely crafty, man. And that's why if you're out here with no hedge, you know, you're only going to be more and more confused, man. You know?
And that's more proof that this is the devil's world, man, because the Lord said he is not the author of confusion.
Right.
But this, in this system, in this under this rulership, everything is confusion, man. Nothing is straightforward with understanding. Everything is turned upside down and misconstrued, man, in some kind of shape, form, or fashion. Okay, back in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Right, so you're not really going against man. Although you're going against man, this man is being inspired about something, meaning he has a head. Right? Go ahead, bro.
And if I can add,
go ahead.
because it's not against flesh and blood, because you can go to war with the KKK, but that's not going to stop the enchantments that dominate the earth.
Damn.
That's right.
You know, you can go to war and have 100,000 casualties of the KKK, but the enchantments are still going to dominate the earth. You know, that's why it's a spiritual war first, then the physical. You know, and it's going to be physical at the time when the Lord lifts the standard, man.
Starting route.
So right now, you know, we in the midst of a heavy spiritual back and forth.
That's right.
All right, and that's why it's important, you know, prayer. It's important to fast.
That's right.
You know, those are spiritual defenses. Watching these videos, you know, restraining yourself from lust, like these things put a hedge, you know, around our minds in these times of spiritual warfare. You got me.
God. But against principalities, against powers,
Right.
against the rulers of the darkness
Right.
of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
And what does it say? High places?
In high places.
High places meaning what? In the heavenly places. Going into the third heaven.
Yeah.
Meaning that these spiritual beings, these principalities, which are nothing but left-handed demons, come from the spiritual realm and enter into the earthly realm and commune or congregate with Esau.
Yeah.
That is what this is saying. This is how high-tech this motherfucker is. And there's more to Esau again than goddamn a gun, a knife, and a deer stand. This man is fucking deep. So although he's carnal, he still utilizes a spiritual game plan to take over or take down a spiritual people. That's the reason why every walk of life, when he goes into what the book of Daniel, how in the form of America is harassing the saints, well, that's from a spiritual standpoint, most importantly.
Yeah. Because
if I can just add, because think about it, bro. Esau wants you to sin in every way.
Yeah.
That way, the Most High will continue to have his back turned against the nation,
Yeah.
but he never factored in the elect. That's it, bro.
This devil, he's not shortcoming on his blessings, man. Okay, he promotes sin in a major way. Everything you see is a sinful promotion, man. From their movies, what you got? Adultery in every movie that they promote, man.
Shit.
And most of them married.
It's
you know?
homosexuality now.
Yeah, homosexuality.
Adultery, that's a gimmick. That's a culture now. Now it's
Right.
freaky deaky.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse, man.
So in
You
the
know,
cartoon,
you got it, bro.
Like in the cartoon movies, you know, you got those like hidden symbolisms. You know, going to his witchcraft, showing like all type of foul, you know, images and stuff like that. Children should be seeing.
Because they're the next generation.
Yeah.
And bro, and Shaquan, I sent it to you. I don't think I sent it to other brothers, but it's crazy, man. Wolverine, the cartoon character. If you look at it, old boy was like on a picture said he never knew that somebody showed him. It's two images of Batman kissing each other. If you look at his mask, man, on the cartoon character.
Man, look at that.
That shit is crazy, man.
And all that goes into your subconscious.
Yeah.
Self-conscious,
That's
bro.
right. I got one. This Ecclesiasticus 10, I started verse 3. And it says, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city should be inhabited.
So we look at it, Esau is destroying his people. Fellow Edomites, as well as all these other nations too.
Yeah, including 2/3 of our people.
Including 2/3 of our people.
Because our people really are spiritual heathens, if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because here it is, you got Edomites committing suicide in their own kingdom. Here it is, your nation is in power, but you're impoverished and committing suicide, man.
That's
You know?
right. That's right. Verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it when it's
Hey,
profitable.
go ahead and read that again, bro.
Okay. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
And meaning what? That the Most High controls this thing we call life.
Yep.
And within life, he gave Esau a blessing going into his rulership to rule.
What it says in the book of Daniel, he ruled in the kingdom of men.
That's it.
You know?
Or the book of Psalms, how the promotion is given not from the east or west,
Yeah.
but by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Okay. And in due time, he will set over it one that's profitable.
And the nation of Israel, beginning with Yahushua. Yahushua is profitable,
Yep.
right? And meaning he's so profitable that he's going to exercise or execute the will of the Most High on earth.
Right.
That's standard. The law, statutes, and the commandments.
If I can add, and
Yeah.
that's how you know Nate is a warlock, man, because he hate that name.
That's right.
Because Yahushua's name breaks spells.
Yeah.
You know, Nate can't cast spells in the environment that's pushing Yahushua, but under Christ,
Yeah.
he can cast
Yeah.
them spells,
That's
man,
it.
because it goes back to all the different paganism. You know, Serapis, Crispus.
Yep.
You know, going back to the Alpis, the bull, and all these different things, man. He's able to cast them spells on the Christ, man.
That's it.
You know?
It's a good point, because
Yeah,
you
great point.
go to the word profitable, it goes into like an advantage.
Right.
Like, look how Esau has his world at a disadvantage right now in this day of time. Everything, like the brother said, is turned upside down. Everything is pushing like a sinful nature behavior,
Yeah.
you know? So when it comes to like following Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua on every level, that gets downgraded, downplayed in this society, man. So right now, this earth is at a disadvantage. But when our Lord and Savior goes into how his arm should rule for him, the Heavenly Father's right hand arm is going to Yahushua. And this world will start yielding, because another word for profitable goes into yielding. So when everything's going to start growing, you know what I'm saying, the brothers are going to start coming, they're going to be in the right spirit. And that type of mindset is going to have the other nations in check, man.
That's it.
You know?
And Isaiah 14 chapter states that how what the tree's gonna say no feller has came against me. And then what about Isaiah the 2nd chapter on how all the nations is gonna come to us
Yeah.
for that guidance? Why? Because Yahushua is profitable.
And even our people right now that has, when the scriptures go into right here, how an unwise king destroyed his people, really, 2/3 of our people, they consider as Esau's people in this day and time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is, you know, their God, you know?
No king was Caesar.
No king was Caesar.
Hey, can I
Yes.
back y'all up? What did Yahushua say? You are your father the devil.
That's the
Yeah.
spirit. Gun. You are your father the devil, the lust of your father you will do.
That's right.
But that's what we talked about earlier. You know how the Apostle Paul called Timothy his son.
Yeah.
It was in the spirit.
That's it.
But like you say, our people, they come in the spirit of their father. Esau's their spiritual father.
That's it.
That's
You
right.
know?
That's right. That's
And
right.
you think about it, you know, it goes back to Cain.
Yep.
You know, because look what type of sacrifice Cain offered. You know what I'm saying? And this how 2/3 of our people, what type of sacrifice they're offering this day of time, knowing that all hell's about to get ready to break loose. Like you said, like look at Jake's timeline when Yahushua comes back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like what was you doing through your
Yeah.
grace period?
Facebook,
Right, yeah.
TikTok.
You know what I'm saying? Making these stupid ass TikTok videos.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
All type of foolery and just folly, man.
I got a quick one. Oh, you guys want it, bro?
This it.
Okay, this is Colossians chapter 1, verse 16. For by him were all things created. There are in heaven and there are in earth, visible and invisible,
Yeah.
whether they be thrones or
Yeah.
dominions or principalities.
So Yahushua created Satan,
Yeah.
That's it.
right? All right. He created Satan. He
Yeah.
created this kingdom,
That's right.
right?
Uh-huh.
He created kingdoms before this kingdom.
He
You know?
created different spirits of vengeance.
That's it.
God says in Ecclesiastes 39th chapter how they should rejoice in his commandment. Yahushua's the one right now, by the authority of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh is calling all rule, calling all the judgments being played out within this earthly
And to
realm.
back the elder up, all you have to do is go to the book of Matthew, the 28th chapter, and Yahushua stated that all power has been given to me.
Yeah.
What power? Now let's go to Revelation, the 5th chapter, when everybody bowed except for Yahweh. So
Yeah.
if you ever watch that movie, The Godfather, think about when Mike received the kingdom from the Godfather.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Or dominions or principalities or power, or all things were created by him and for him.
So the kingdom of heaven is for Yahushua. And that's why we are at war. All right? Because at the end of the day, in order to have peace, you have to have war.
You can't have peace without war.
That's it, bro. And Esau shows you that all you fucking niggas out there fucking protesting and shit. For what? For what? And Esau goes to show you what he does. He don't protest. No, Esau, if he wants a country, he's going to get his military and he's going to bring that shit back.
And that's how peace gonna be brought on upon earth, man, again, man. Because Yahweh Shai is gonna bring that war. Which war is gonna already be established, man.
Right.
We already know war gonna be going on.
We said if it already be kindled.
Yeah. So
fire.
Yeah.
so Yahweh Shai is gonna come back with the chariot, the heavenly host of angels, man. And he's gonna bring the war that ends the war.
So you gonna judge and make war?
That's it.
I got one for you.
Talking about war, you don't know about war till you ending one.
Right.
You ended one. And Yahweh Shai is gonna end that shit. I like that, brother.
Oh boy.
Hey, this Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Which
See, war has already been declared.
That's right.
That's right.
When we proclaim who we were as Israelites, he prince of the power, we pretty much laid claim to world dominion. Because that was promised to Abraham
That's
through
right.
Isaac and then passed down to Jacob. So when we say Yasha Allah,
yeah,
that means we're the prince of the power.
that's right.
You know?
This word is ours.
That's it. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
And that's what Esau doesn't want,
That's
is
it.
righteousness.
Right.
That's why, like I said, he doesn't matter, you know, if you are on YouTube and you have partial truth, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't want repentance back to righteousness because his new world order is based off anti-Messiah standards,
That's
man.
it.
So we're bringing the standards that's completely opposing this man's new world order. And guess what? Our Heavenly Father, he honors obedience.
That's right.
You know, and Esau knows that if we keep being obedient, we're going to eventually, just like they get to summon Satan,
That's right.
well,
Yeah.
he know we going to eventually summon Yahushua.
That's right. And,
You know?
And Priest, can I add?
Yep.
And hey, you know what? You're right, because now we are summoning Yahushua through the Spirit.
Yep.
Hey, to have this truth,
Yeah.
we have been summoned by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yep.
We have direct access to the Father through His Son Yahushua.
Cause what we doing through the Spirit, like I forgot the scripture going to, but it's like a divine utterance, like we speaking into existence.
Calling.
Yeah, like on the left hand side, you
Like-
see how Jake, when they, Jake be talking like about death around the corner and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Social
yeah,
Slim,
yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, like his last rap album, he was talking about death, and next thing you know, he got murked.
And like a righteous saying. that's what we're
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. That's it, brother.
Hey, and another thing, man, and if a person, regardless of who they are, if they a compulsive liar and they always lying, and then you come forward and call them out on their lie and prove them to be a liar, now they got a personal vendetta. They mad at you, man, because what? You have exposed them to be a fucking liar.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing about Esau. Now that he's being exposed to being a liar,
Yeah.
now he's got that personal vendetta. So now he want to destroy you, man. You know, and when I say you, talk about us as a nation, man, the nation of Israel, man.
Yeah,
Starting with the followers, the prophets of Yahweh Hashem
The
Yahushua.
one who had that testimony.
The ones who had their
Yep.
testimony.
It's this Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Heavenly Father Yahweh entered into them.
Mm-hmm.
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon
3 days and a half, right?
Yep, 350.
That's 350.
Yeah, that's right. And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Why? Who? The great fear going into the nobility
That's
of
it.
Edom. They control this entire earth. And best believe those righteous spirits on the right-hand side
Oh, yeah.
is antagonizing them, man.
That's right. And where it says also in Isaiah 47, how they was weary in their counsels. So they really, shaking in their boots, man, what's going on, because it's a spiritual awakening happening.
I got a quick one. This is the book of, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him,
Yep.
and made no account of his labors.
And that's what you see now, because at the end of the day, the elect was predestined to be considered righteous through what? The blood of Yahushua, that sacrifice. So through the elect's faith, we're considered the righteous. And what you see, those righteous standing bold,
That's right.
because here it is, we're going up against the strongest empire that ever existed, man.
That's right.
No other heathen had this type of capabilities
That's right.
that this devil has, man. But week in and week out, brothers are on the front line, all right, talking about what? Prophesying the downfall, man.
God. I got another one for you, bro.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Yep.
Exalt the voice unto
That's
them.
declaring war.
Yep.
That's declaring war.
Yep.
This is treason.
Yep.
What we're doing, this is fucking treason.
Yep. Because a banner will represent your nation or your house.
Yep.
You know, so now we're raising up the banner of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And even when you, matter of fact, get that real quick in Exodus 17 and 14, where the Lord said He will have war with Amalek from generation.
Generation.
Just read the precept above that. You got it, bro.
Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Yeah, and that's what you see. Who are the nobles? The elites.
That's it.
And these gates are the well, because pretty much Yahweh Shai has used his prophets to infiltrate the well. Because that's what Esau was pretty much doing, his enchantments and his seances on the left-hand side. But now Yahweh Shai, all right, through the spirit of the prophets, is doing it on the right-hand side. Okay? We tapped in, man.
That's right, bro.
You know? You got the Exodus.
This
Let me pull up on the blue.
Hearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will early put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Yeah, and that's the sentence. You see, and that's a judge proclaiming the sentence. Now we're in a time where the Lord is going to do that, man. First, He's going to remove him from power, okay? Then eventually He's going to remove his lineage from the earth, man.
Right.
We're declaring war in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai.
That's right.
This that's why this devil, he don't handle the brothers like he, you know, cause Esau, he pull up.
Yeah.
You see? But he don't do that because we declare war in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man.
Hey, bro, what about John the Baptist?
Yep.
When Herod wanted to lay hands on him,
Yep.
but he had fear because he knew he was a prophet.
Yep.
He had respect because he knew he was a prophet.
And down here in the Strong's definition, it says Yahweh, what's the name of Nasa?
Nasai, yep.
Nasa, it says a symbolical name of an altar in the desert. Isn't America gonna be that future desert?
That's right. That's right.
Damn.
And then the campsites are the altars.
Yeah.
So the Most High is at war with Amalek through the prophets. You see, the scripture say what he should be consumed by the spirit of the mouth.
That's right.
You see?
Man, I got another quick one, bro.
You got it, bro.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine.
Right.
I will repay, saith the Lord.
So the Lord is going to be the one that's going to start. First off, He waged a spiritual war. Then He's going to go to the next phase and physically take this place down, man. The standard is going to be lifted for His men. All right, and eventually Yahweh Shai is going to come back into this realm and dominate in righteousness, man. You know?
By having a spiritual mindset, you know that you cannot take Esau down with his own blessing.
Nah.
You know? So you're going to have to wait upon your Savior.
Also like,
you know?
Like I say, what scriptures go to, how we are ambassadors of the Lord, man.
Representatives.
So we deliver a message, man, as it is written, man. We're not getting carnal.
Right.
We're not going out there, you know what I'm saying, lifting up arms or doing any kind of craziness. We're delivering the message of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because as it was written, the Lord said, vengeance is His. So we're warning the people.
Yeah.
We're telling you what the Lord is going to do.
That's right.
So you can get mad at us all you want to, but you can say it. Esau's gonna say it that we're radicals and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, man, we're messengers, man.
But you know what? Hey, the brother Yashawamba, Elder Yashawamba, had did a video going into radicals. All radical means is of the root.
Oh shit. Enough said.
Of the roots.
Yeah. Esau demonized it like he does everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So our roots goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy, go. When you think of when Esau turned to radical, it's like unstable and rowdy type people.
Allah Akbar. Then he blue, he blow up that day. Allah blue.
Yeah.
This nigga.
Well, beautiful. Glad you brought that out, brother. Good.
You ain't never seen no Jake do no shit like that.
Hell no.
I got one for y'all. This Isaiah 24 and 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that on high.
And high ones going back to high born.
That's right.
You see, with
Nobility.
these elites, nobility, man.
That's it.
You see, when you conquer a nation, you know, you conquer his kings, man.
Right.
Cause Esau is the head, okay, of the heathens, but the head of Esau was Amalek. So Yahweh Shai, when he come back, he coming to deal with Amalek, man. You know.
49. All right, and it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Yep, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So that lets you know that punishment is going to take place in the earth. And they cuss their hell doctrine too.
Yeah.
His punishment is going to play out in the earth, man.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And what's a rich man biggest fear? Going broke.
Yeah. Which is hell.
It's hell in
Hell.
hell, you know?
It's
That's
hell.
why Esau, you know, these high thousandaires and these millionaires that lose it all,
Man, what?
you know, or even have to go to live and check the check.
Yeah.
They coming out the 27th floor, man. Oh, shit, fuck this shit.
What was that again, bro?
149:8. Verse 22. And they should be gathered together as prisoners or gathered in the pit,
Yep.
and should be shut up in a prison, and after many days should they be visited.
Yeah, because we're going to bring their nobility into captivity, man.
That's right.
And they're going to live in pits. Like, they're not going to have, like, they got Jake in the projects and the hoods and favelas.
Right.
Esau going to be in literal pits, man.
Hey, that same motherfucking pit that they found so-called Bin Laden in.
Yeah, that same cave,
Much
man.
worse, guys.
Yeah, that's considered a luxury. When we
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. With no camera crew.
Right.
goddamn.
You got it, Lamar.
Right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 149, starting verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the
The
heathen.
high praises is truth. It's word.
That banner.
That banner.
And punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains.
That's what it's all about, y'all. You know, hey, so when you come into this truth, you're supposed to have counted the cost within the spirit.
Yeah.
Like, know the reason why you're doing this and things of that nature. And so, hey, at the end of the day, I want salvation. And most importantly, goddamn it, I want to rule.
right.
I want to be somebody. I want to have something. You know, I want to be joint heirs with my bros. I'm talking about my day ones in the spirit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I want to see them thrive as well. And most important,